Cigarette smoking is responsible for about 443,000 deaths each year in the United States, according to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, or the CDC. Cigarette smoking has the possibility to harm almost every organ in an individual's body. Smoking has the potential to cause cardiovascular diseases, respiratory diseases, and various types of cancer. However, the coronary heart disease is the number one cause of death in the United States. This happens when the arteries or the blood vessels reduce in size. So they reduce in size when you smoke, and it can cause pain or tissue loss or gangrene. I don't know if you're familiar with that, but it's basically where you get issues like with your leg and body parts, and normally it has to be amputated in order to resolve that issue and stop it from spreading. But smoking can also cause a various amount of cancers, including leukemia, bladder cancer, cancer of the cervix, cancer of the esophagus, kidney cancer, cancer of the larynx, which is your voice box, your vocal cords, lung cancer, cancer of the oral cavity, which is cancer in your mouth, pancreatic cancer, and then cancer of the pharynx. So as you can see, smoking it covers a vast array of different diseases. It can cause a lot of diseases, different type of diseases, cancer being a prevalent one as far as associated with smoking. Now, tobacco has been in the Americas for nearly 8,000 years, and was stated to have been discovered by Christopher Columbus first over in Europe. Over time, the tobacco industry has basically slowed down, and before they noticed that their audience, people were starting to realize the health issue with tobacco, so they had to remarket their audience and retarget their audience as far as the smoking industry does go, but it still has individuals addicted today to cigarette smoke. So this speech is to inform and persuade individuals to stop smoking by being informed on the potential health risks and possible products to help them quit smoking. And basically, with all the issues and people know about the health risks related to smoking, it leads me to wonder why individuals started smoking in the first place. Most of the reason why individuals start smoking is because of peer pressure. You're around people, they smoke, they influence you to smoke. Also, it could be people of high status or people or role models that you look up to. In the time frame where smoking heavy was a really big deal, like the 60s and time frames around there, it was a lot of celebrities that did, smoking, tobacco, and it influenced a lot of other people to try these different type of drugs. We're focusing on tobacco, of course, but that most likely is what caused individuals to start smoking. But once they did start smoking, it led them to later be addicted to smoking, which made it really hard for them to quit, just because it does become a behavior type issue. Even though smoking is a habit for just one individual, it affects everyone. It affects the individual because they are the one doing the act, but it also affects family and the air quality in the area that they partake in smoking. If you're pregnant, it could result in preterm delivery, stillbirth, and low birth weight. In a study conducted by BMC Public Health, they basically compared the air quality before the ban in 21 venues and a year after the ban, and they concluded that with the smoking ban, individuals still visited the venues and the air quality had significantly improved, 98%. The major reason why it is hard for individuals to quit or stop smoking is because it is associated with an emotional feeling and is a behavior associated with that feeling. Some people smoke when stressed or before they go to bed, and it becomes a habit that is hard to break. But there are a variety of different products that can help. My mother has started to use Chantix, which basically weans you off of cigarettes. So you start off If you smoke a pack, you kind of slowly reduce the amount of cigarettes that you smoke, so eventually you stop smoking altogether. Or they do have patches that can help you stop smoking. But if you don't want to try any of those products just because some of them do have side effects, you can always go cold turkey, just stop smoking altogether. And a lot of people decide to buy gum or candy to kind of help them with that. Now, we know quitting smoking, it is the ultimate goal, and I believe the community is starting to try to force individuals to reduce the amount of smoking by enforcing the smoking bans. There have been a various amount of smoking bans. At one time, senators smoked in chambers, workers smoked in the office while they were working, and now individuals are to smoke at designated smoking areas. Basically, I see this as a progression to help individuals stop smoking, since it is such a health issue and a health hazard with the air pollutants and things like that. It doesn't only hurt them, the individual smoking, but it also can hurt secondhand smoke, people that are involved in secondhand smoke just because of the air quality. And the ban is basically to protect the community and possibly help with overall health of everyone, especially individuals that encounter the secondhand smoke. That's just basically because people that smoke cigarettes have filters on them, but with the secondhand smoke, it doesn't filter anything. It's just the air that comes out, and it has all of those pathogens and things like that in there that secondhand smokers will basically inhale. So the ban will encourage smokers to quit smoking, which is the ultimate goal for our community and for our country.